Oh, I didn't see you standing there. Hi, diddly ho, fucking neighborinos. This is my YouTube channel. You know that. You clicked on this video. You know where we're at. We're in the fucking room. The movie room. The movies are actually over there. And I'm here. I kind of set up my room a little bit. Maybe one day, if you guys are lucky, I'll do a room tour. But right now, we're just vibing in this haunted chair. This chair is actually haunted. I was at Goodwill and I saw a piece of like lint hovering above it, and that's paranormal activity. I read so in Zach Baggins' book. Scientifically, it could be static, but I don't believe in static. I do believe in the paranormal. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you this is my update video, my physical media update. Yeah, let's just dive right into it, shall we? Let's just jump right into it. So we'll start off easy and then it'll get harder as it goes. How's that sound? So first and first, mostly I got Shrek on Blu-ray, guys. This is exciting. So this is my haul from like I went to that place Zia Records that I'm fucking obsessed with, and one day hopefully they sponsor my videos because I literally shout them out in every single video. But this is my little Zia haul. I got Shrek on Blu-ray. This is a classic movie. I actually like Shrek 2 a little bit more, but this one is hilarious. And Shrek 1 and 2 are good. Shrek the 3rd, fucking Shrek the 4th, Shrek the 5th, whatever those are called, no, not having it. But Shrek 1 and 2, classic. So I'm really excited about that. I haven't watched Shrek since the VHS. Remember that big, oversized, ogre-sized VHS, if you will? I used to have that back in the day. And yeah, you know about the thing about Shrek is John Lithgow does the voice of Lord Farquaad, and if you say Farquaad fast enough, it sounds like fuckwad. And I wonder if that's intentional. Lord Fuckwad. Anyways, next I got Knocked Up. I used to have this on DVD, and now I got it on Blu-ray. I love a good Seth Rogen movie. His movies are great, man. I love Seth Rogen movies. This is good shit. And, you know, Paul Rudd's in this, and my wife just thinks he is the handsomest boy. And he's handsome. I'll give him credit. But this movie is hilarious. It's one of my favorite comedies, probably of all time, honestly. It's really, really good. I saw that movie, and then after, I just kind of became Seth Rogen, because now I just think he's the funniest guy, and I modeled my whole fucking life after him. I've been told sometimes when I laugh, I do sound like Seth Rogen. Like, obviously, before I was doing, like, an impression. But if you guys have heard me laugh, comment below, do I sound like Seth Rogen? Next, I got Cabin Fever. Now, this is a story, okay? And this wasn't part of the Zia haul. I threw this in, but actually I ordered this online. As you can see, I got it from the United Kingdom, as they call it. I got it from fucking London, have we? And I had to do this. I've bought this movie 4 times now, and every time I buy this movie, it's got disc rot. I cannot catch a fucking break. So I've been trying to buy it used and all that kind of stuff because it's cheaper, and you know, when I go to like Zia Records and stuff, which is where I buy all my fucking movies, obviously, they only ever have used copies of it. They never have like new copies, and so every time I've tried different ones, I've had some shit imported from Vegas, all that kind of stuff. Without fail, every time it's had disc rot on the back. And it's ironic because this movie is about rotting and flesh rotting and all that kind of stuff, and then go figure, the fucking disc won't help but rot. So Lionsgate, your American release done fucked up bad with whoever the distributor was. But I imported this from England so I could be sure that it was up to the king's standards. And as you can see, no disc rot, no dick rot, none of that. It's great. Love it. Love that for us. But Cabin Fever is a great movie. Little known fact, I'm just teaching you guys everything in this fucking video. David Lynch, the man himself. He he produced this, but he's not credited. But he gave Eli Roth some money. He said, "Here you go, Rothy boy. Go make a movie in the woods with your friends." And he did, and it's a great movie. It's one of 2 good Eli Roth films. The other one being The Green Inferno. Next, I got My Bloody Valentine in 3D. This is 3 dimensions of fun. This movie is hyper violent, and it's tons of fun to watch. It's a remake. I've actually never seen the 80s original, So if that's a good movie, you should comment and let me know how stupid I am. But I've seen this one. I saw it in theaters, and I loved it. And I want to watch it again. I haven't seen it since the theatrical run. But this is, it comes with the fucking actual 3D glasses, which I thought was so cool. And it's advertising Saw VI. I don't read Roman numerals, so I don't know. Roman noodles. I almost call them ramen noodles. I don't read ramen noodles. Roman numerals. I do not read them. I mean, I think it's 6. I could be wrong. Dude, my wife is filming right now. She's looking at me like, damn, who the fuck did I marry? No, it's 4. Everybody knows that. I just had to think about it for a little bit. It's 6. Hey, listen, I got The Day of the Beast. I got this. Really excited. Severin just released this. I just watched this on Shudder. And this movie is fucking fantastic. It's about a preacher who's anticipating the birth of the Antichrist, and so he commits a bunch of sins and fucks around to offset that birth, and then, go to battle with him. And great packaging on this. It's a Spanish film. It's a Spanish and Italian co-production. And if you haven't seen it, it's great. And Quentin Tarantino recommended it. So it's a good fucking movie. It's from the 90s. It's got a really good soundtrack of like metal and shit. So if you like metal, this is metal up your ass. It's great. I love it. I love that for us. Then I got Fade to Black. Fade to Black from Vinegar Syndrome. I didn't even know this got a Blu-ray release. The last time I tried to watch this movie, I rented it from the library. You can rent movies from the library. Now, okay, I know I sound like an old man, but I gotta go off about the library. People are not utilizing the library like they should. You think library like, oh, that's a place where fucking old people and virgins hang out. And you're not wrong, right? But me, a virgin, loves going to the librry because they have so many movies. It's like going to a rental store. Like, yeah, they got fucking books or whatever, but who reads? But they got movies there. You can rent the movies for like 7 days. The downside is most of them are scratched as fuck because old people don't know how to handle discs. They be fucking grabbing discs like, I can't see without my glasses. And so that's why the discs are all scratched up. But anyways, rant over, I guess, about the library. You should get a library card like I did. Fade to Black, I rented from the library back in the day. And I only got to watch 70% of it, maybe, because the disc was all scratched up. And so I've always wanted to revisit this movie. I love the first 70%, and I'm super stoked to watch the next percent. Dazed and Confused. I got the Criterion edition. Criterion, what have you. I've wanted this for a while. I love this movie. It's one of my... I don't know. I want to say it's one of my favorites because I feel like, I love movies, and everybody who loves movies says it's one of their favorites. And yeah, it's a great movie. It's not one of my favorites of all time. Like if you're like, Michael, hey, tell me your favorite Richard Linklater movie, I'm going to tell you straight up it's School of Rock, and that's just being honest with you. But this is probably the second best, and the third best is A Scanner Darkly. And then I haven't seen the rest of them. Hold on. We have to wait for the motorcycle guy to pass. Because his fucking is so much more important than my movie collection. Literally, all my videos, you fucking hear that small dick motherfucker flying through. Him and that Honda Civic at 3 a.m. Motherfucker! But yeah, this is Dazed and Confused, and I love Dazed and Confused. It's the second best Richard Linklater movie. And one of probably the best soundtrack of all, well, the second best soundtrack of all time. We'll get to that. But yeah, this is a great movie. Looks great on Criterion, and I've wanted this since I knew it was a Criterion release, like 4 or 5 years ago. Okay, now I'm gonna play a little Risk in this YouTube video. Normally, I only talk about movies, but I do kind of have a second life, if you can believe it. I'm not just Michael the movie guy. I'm also Michael the music guy. I fucking love music. For a while, I would have told you that I like music better than movies, and I think music in movies has helped to make movies better movies. But I would say I love movies a little more than music, but I love music with all my fucking heart, too. So it's something I kind of want to branch into in this YouTube channel. I show you more of my music shit. Like, I make music, I listen to music all the time, so if you guys are interested in, like, the more musical aspect of my channel, let me know. I don't want to lose a shit ton of subscribers or anything like that. because I just won't shut the fuck up about guitars and stuff. But if you guys are interested, I'm going to start doing videos about music stuff. And then, one day I'm going to post my short film, because I'm working on that too, which is exciting. Any fucking who. I got the best movie soundtrack of all time on vinyl, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I've had a crazy month at work, and my wife is the sweetest woman in the entire world. She let me buy this. I was like, no, this is too expensive, and she's like, you're going to buy this. And I was like, damn, you're a real one. This is fucking amazing. And this is my favorite soundtrack of all time. It sounds so good on vinyl. The vinyl even has a slight warp when it plays, which sounds bad, but it's a good thing because it reminds me of old school vinyls used to kind of warp with age and stuff. And this is a new vinyl, but I swear to God, it's like that on purpose. It's got just the slightest where it doesn't affect the sound quality, but it's still you can kind of see it rocking on the record player. I swear to God, it's intentional. It has to be. I fucking love it. It's this pure 60s, 70s goodness in music. It's my favorite soundtrack ever. So I'm really excited about that. I also got this really hard to find, I thought was out of print, Sam Hain album, November Coming Fire. This is the single greatest Halloween album of all time. This should be bumped every October 31st. And I got this on a blue vinyl. I know some people hate colored vinyls. My boy Clayton, if you're watching this video, I know you hate colored vinyls, and I'm sorry to report that this newly into print Sam Hain album is a colored vinyl. I'm sorry. But I love it. This is a great album, and more people should listen to this if you're Misfits fans. Misfits are a great punk band. Basically, after they dissipated, Danzig went on to form Sam Hain. And that's the scoop. This is... Let me tell you how I feel about Green Day. They're my favorite band of all time. And I'm not talking about shithead Green Day that we have now. I'm talking about 90s Green Day. This is my fucking bread and butter, my religion. If you ask me, Michael, what's the Holy Trinity? I'm not going to tell you fucking Jesus, Mary, and Joseph or anything like that. I'm going to tell you Dookie, Insomniac, and Nimrod, the 3 Green Day albums of the 90s, boy. It's great stuff, and this is my favorite. I think this is my favorite Green Day album. I don't know. It's Dookie, Insomniac, Nimrod, all on the same level for me. But this is the 25th anniversary edition. It's a 2-disc set, and it's got 1 disc is the album, and the other disc is a live album. It's this songs from a concert in 1995 that have never been released before. And let me show you this real cool shit. On the flip side of the second disc, I don't know if you can see that on the camera. No, maybe kinda. It's engraved with the album art, which is really, really cool. If you
maybe
can't see
bring it closer and point it towards the light. You can kind of see it.
I want you guys to see this. Thank you for helping me. Okay, so that's fucking great. Yeah, Green Day, the best band ever until recently. I don't know what the fuck you are doing, Billy Joe, but it needs to stop. It's time to stop. The thing about Green Day, man, it's like being in what used to be this amazing relationship, and then everything's just shitty, and you're like, okay, it's time to break up. But it's not time for me and Green Day to break up. It's just maybe time for them to break up, because I'm fucking tired, of these bad albums. And the last album, last but not least, what Green Day should sound like nowadays, my boy Jeff Rosenstock, No Dream. Jeff Rosenstock released the greatest album of his career last time with Worry, and then he did it again. He released the other greatest album of his career last year with No Dream. It's amazing. I love punk rock. If you like punk rock with really good thought-provoking lyrics about life and anxiety and shit, this is the man for you. He can't sing very well, but few punks can. And that's why it's punk, because, amateurs are welcome. And look at this really pretty vinyl. Love that shit. That is so nice. If you haven't heard Jeff Rosenstock and you like 90s punk and ska, he actually did an all-ska remix of this whole album that was really cool. He released that on 420. Just blaze. It's called Ska Dream. It was really cool. But this is the original that's a lot more punk and less ska. And yeah, this album is fucking amazing. So I highly, highly recommend it. So what did you guys think of this video? Did you like when I talked about music, or did you click off by now? clicked off by now, I don't know how to help you. You're not here anymore. But have a good night and party on, Wayne.